Hello, this is Charles Weaver with MSPAlliance, and I'd like to welcome you all to MSPAlliance TV. And I am privileged and honored to have Mr. Gene Fay, Senior Vice President of Nine Technology, joining us from Boston, Massachusetts. Gene, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So, you've been blogging a lot with the MSPAlliance, and it raises the whole question of social media and managed services. And we see a lot of our members who are using things like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, maybe MySpace. Um, what are you seeing out there in terms of adoption of social media, social networking? Is this the new wave for marketing managed services?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think what you really have is a transition from traditional cold calling and your marketing person just trying to get your brand out there to really trying to get yourself in a position where you can have people contact you when they need your service. So I think that it's more than just a fad. It's really a way of doing business. Because, if you think about cold calling today, it's all about, screening, voicemail. There's just a million ways for people to avoid our message. So I think it's a much better use of our time if we start to create content that is valuable to our potential users. They'll eat up that content, and then when they need our service, they'll let us know, as opposed to us kind of firing the shotgun out in the woods. We can wait for somebody to walk in and talk to us kind of one-on-one.
So this is the million-dollar question. I'm sure every CEO out there is dying to ask this. So I'll ask you, and you can speak on their behalf. All right, we have a lot of corporations that have policies that block things like Facebook, block things like MySpace. How do you integrate social networking, social media into the workplace and make it effective and yet not, waste time?
Absolutely. I think it's a balance, but I think you better look at other things besides just Facebook. You've got Twitter, you've got LinkedIn, you've got Foursquare. I mean, there's really a multitude of ways that you can get the message out there. I think number one, you have to really start to think about your marketing department from a different perspective. And that is, you've got to allow them to go create content that isn't necessarily about you, the business. It's not about how great you are or the new features, the new service that you're coming out with. You have to take a step back and say, hey, what do my customers really care about? Or what do I know that my customers would really be, would find valuable if I talk to them about, and put it in such a way so it's not just about XYZ feature and it's more about their world. But I think if you really look at doing those types of things from a CEO's perspective, you're going to see the return. And even though some of these social networking sites are blocked, many of them are not. At Nine Tech, we've been very successful with LinkedIn and joining groups such as the MSPAlliance as another avenue to put out our message. So I think that you just have to be very creative as a CEO and think a little bit outside the box, but the returns are definitely there.